Hello and welcome to another edition of Now You Know Sports. My name's DJ Murphy and I'm here with Peter Jensen. Welcome, Peter.
Nice to be here, DJ.
Yeah, we're ready to kick off this Now You Know Sports edition. But first, I just need to say that I'm supposed to be doing this to Brian Page, but he hurt his ankle and he apparently can't play injured and just couldn't make it up to the studio tonight. I guess his ankle's hurting a little bit too much. So yeah, if you ever see him making fun of a player for not playing because he's hurt, just remember, Brian Page couldn't make it to the studio when he was hurt.
Could not make it up to camping. Couldn't make it up those stairs.
Yeah.
Even though we have elevators. We have elevators all over this campus.
That's
but
true.
He still couldn't manage to do it.
Good point. But anyways, let's get going. It's the middle of March, and all that means to us is that's March Madness time.
Absolutely.
Pete, what do you think? Give me your upsets, give me your sleepers. Who do you like March Madness?
All right. Well, first of all, I think I've got to have UNC going all the way. I know, ACC, we like our Eagles, but just watching the quickness of Ty Lawson and the fact that apparently no one in the country can consistently defend Tyler Hansbrough, I have to pick UNC to go all the way. As sort of mini sleepers, I like Dayton actually coming out of the A10. They are second best team behind Xavier in the A10, but they're a young team with a lot of quickness and a deep bench. And also, I also like Marquette. They're in that 4-5 range. I think they can, make a decent run at it,
Definitely.
end up being one of those bracket buster Final Four teams. But those are my two teams that are definitely flying under the radar that I think you should definitely watch out for. What about you, DJ?
I like that. I like that. Any team out of the Big East, I think, is a good pick, especially Marquette. But for me, I'm looking at UCLA. They did not win the Pac-10, finished behind Washington, but UCLA does have the experience. Darren Collison, a couple other big men, Josh Shipp on the wing, who've had a lot of experience in this tournament. Been to, 2-3 straight Final Fours. So I look for them to make a run into the tournament. And also, any team out of the Big East right now is looking really good. Especially, I like Pittsburgh, but I think they will not finish as well as expected. I don't think they'll get to the Final Four, just because they played really well against UConn, but have also played a little flat against other quicker teams like Louisville. And the one conference that I think will not do good at all, hopefully I'm not, proven wrong or incorrectly here, but I do not like the Big Ten. That low-scoring, defense-only Big Ten is really difficult to watch. I do not think will pan out well in the NCAA tournaments.
I hope it doesn't, because if there are a lot of Big Ten teams in the tournament, but if we have 2 or 3 of them in the Final Four, it's not going to be nearly as exciting.
A 40-30 game just isn't that great to me. I'm sorry.
Absolutely
not.
I'd
rather see the North Carolinas of the world, make it in. But anyways, moving on to our second topic. We only have 2 topics tonight. Our second one is opinionated. We're just looking at the World Baseball Classic. How do we feel? How do we like it? Do you think it's a good thing every 3 years? So, Peter, what do you think?
I mean, now that we have no Olympics, no baseball in the Olympics, I do like it. It's a month before spring training. The pros are all getting into it. Yes, a lot of them aren't playing because of injuries, but mainly because of that. And the ones who are playing are truly care about it. It's exciting. Especially when we get down to the final rounds. I know, pool play, no one really follows it very much, but when we get down to the final rounds, I think people are really starting to take notice. I think people are really starting to get into it. But, I can understand the critics of it. What do you think personally, DJ?
Well, I mean, I do understand the critics as well. The World Baseball Classic has its ups and downs. When you have, teams like Italy or, Canada playing, it's a little iffy to me about them being in the World Baseball Classic. But I do like seeing, teams especially from Japan and Korea playing like the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, the U.S. Just a good mixture, because you don't see a lot of those Japanese and Korean players in the majors, and they are very good players. So I do like seeing that mixture. And like you said, with no baseball in the Olympics, it's definitely good to have a nice world competition.
Yeah, absolutely, but even on that note of having the smaller teams in here, we did have the Netherlands
that is
beat
true.
the Dominican Republic in pool play. So
that is true.
That upset aspect is starting to be a part of it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well that's it for this week's edition of Now You Know Sports. I'm DJ Murphy.
And I'm Peter Jensen.
All right, let's send it back to the desk.